Greetings from EA Sports. I'm Brad Nessler, and alongside me are Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit. The hot chocolate and coffee stands will be swamped today as the temperature is below freezing for the North Carolina State Wolfpack and the Idaho Vandals. The excitement is building up for the start of this bowl game. It looks to be a great game filled with heartbreaks and celebrations. Here come the Vandals. I think this thing's a toss-up. We've got two teams today that can really get it done on both sides of the ball.
North Carolina State is in for a dogfight, but we're looking at a linebacker who thrives on that. I don't think I've seen a more physical linebacker than this guy. I look for him to send a message early in this game.
I hate to agree with you, Kirk. North Carolina State is going to win.
We're ready to get this one underway as the teams are lined up for the opening kick. He sends it off. Williams has it at the 5. So now we'll get to see the offense come out of the field for their first drive of this game. So how do you think this offense is going to do today?
I don't think they're going to be able to do much today, Brad. This defense has a big-time playmaker at linebacker, and he thrives on stopping the run.
And if that offense is going to have a big day, then I think they'll have to do it through the air. I really don't see this offense running the ball successfully today.
I don't really know what this one's for. Let's find out.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Beep, beep.
Scooter, what are you doing?
Kirk, my friend, that's the sound of the offense going in reverse.
First from their own 11-yard line. It's first down. One-man backfield. Inside give. He's tackled at the 26.
With the carry, 15-yard gain on the play.
Second down and 5. Ball on the 26. The defense lines up with 5 defensive backs. He drops back. He steps up. This one is incomplete.
Wow. You talk about missing an open man.
The defense got real lucky there.
Yeah, they did. Someone either blew an assignment or got beat because that guy was wide open.
Third and 5.
Third and 5 situation. Ball on the
26-yard
26-yard line. Idaho comes to the line with 3 wide. Hobbs drops back to pass. He steps up. He's sacked at the 21. So he's sacked by the senior at linebacker.
Sometimes a quarterback just needs to throw it up and have faith in his receivers. He just held on to it too long.
Yeah, but if he just throws it up there, that old free safety's waiting to catch it. Ha ha ha!
4th and 10.
Idaho lining up the punt. Mosby awaits the snap. He punts it. Henry fields it at the 37. Well, the offense will come out and see if they can't get an early lead on their first drive.
They'll
First
start the
down,
drive
10 to go.
at the 44-yard
Ball on their own
line.
44.
First and 10.
He tackles him for a loss.
This is a heads-up play by the linebacker. He's playing run and had his eyes on the guy carrying the football from the get-go. Good defensive play.
It's second down.
2nd and 13.
The Wolfpack come out in the ace formation. Henry takes the give. Woods tackles him at the 42. Henry gets about a yard on the play. Third down, 12 yards to go.
On the 42
Ball on the old 42. Back to pass. He's looking with the throw. And that one's fallen incomplete. So the defense gets him to go 3 and out.
Good job here defensively forcing this incomplete pass.
4th and 12.
The Wolfpack are lining up to punt it away.
42-yard line.
Anderson is back deep to return. Punts the ball away. Anderson calls for the fair catch. And now a slight break in the action. The offense comes out on the field for their next possession. They'll get the ball here at the 24-yard line.
1st and 10.
Idaho goes with the ace set here. Looks to pass. Fires it quickly. It falls incomplete. Rose was the intended target, so that'll make it second down. It's second down and 10 to go.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
The Vandals line up with a single set backfield. Hobbs fakes the handoff. He gets the pass away. Catches it. That one goes for good yardage and a first down.
Yeah, that's just a nice gain on second down.
First and 10. Ball on the 41.
1st and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line.
The Vandals come out showing 3 wide. Hobbs hands it off straight ahead. Willis with the tackle at the 49-yard line. Picked up big yards there, and he's going to have a first down.
Yeah, nice job there. This guy does a good job of reading his blocks and accelerating through the hole.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line. Idaho comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Hobbs unloads. Tackle at the 35. Everybody was fooled on that one.
Man, that was a good job here by the quarterback. That could have play fake as a real weapon against an aggressive defense like this.
You're right, Kirk. Those guys are swarming to where they think the ball is, then the ball is flying over their heads.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. Idaho comes to the line with 3 wide. Throws back across field. He snags it. He gets hit out of bounds at the 34-yard line. They didn't get much on that pass.
You know, this defense is too quick for plays like that to work. You got to mix them up a little.
They line up at the 34.
Ball on the
Second down and 9 to go.
line.
Idaho goes with the ace set here. Hobbs off the fake. Throw short. It's complete. Davis tackles him at the 11-yard line. And a nice pass to the tight end.
Yeah, this is what I like. Move the ball down the field. Use that nice and steady intermediate passing game.
Here are the red zone stats so far this season. What do you think, Lee?
Well, if they're inside the 20, you better not go anywhere because somebody is about to score.
Hobbs hands it off straight ahead. Broke away from one.
That previous run gets him over 1,000 yards for the season, but it's the offensive line, I think, that's credit for his success, Coach.
No doubt about it, Kirk. This line has done an excellent job all year long.
They line up for the point after. And he hits the PAT. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. Henry fields it in the end zone. A little juke. The defense really shut these guys down the last time they had the ball.
The offense looked a bit out of sync on that last possession, Coach.
And it was the defense that threw them out of sync, Kirk. Those guys are fired up. Let's see if they can hold them again.
They'll start the drive.
First and 10.
33-yard line. First and 10.
The Vandal bringing the nickel package. He's looking for his man. He snags it. Woods with a takedown at the 49. A little laundry on the field, and we'll find out whose it is.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
It's about time they called him for holding. He's been holding on to jerseys all game.
Scooter, these refs could probably call holding on every play if they wanted to. These guys get away with a lot.
They line up at the 23.
Ball on the 23-yard
First down.
line.
The defense lines up with 6 DB. Incomplete.
Not much you can do there, Coach.
Nope, not much at all. It's not easy hanging on to the football when there's another guy coming at you. Those are going to be drops more times than not.
Second and long. Ball on the 23-yard line. The Wolfpack are lining up with 3 receivers. Cole drops back. He looks. Heaves a long one down the middle. And he got it! Good catch. And can this guy fly or what?
I couldn't agree with you more. This kid's got to be one of the fastest guys that we've had the privilege of seeing all year.
We've got a first and 10.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
The Wolfpack go with the I formation. And he's tackled at the 38. The halfback picks up a yard. From the 38-yard line.
Ball
Second down and 9 to go.
line.
One-man backfield. Cole back to throw. Incomplete pass.
Kirk, what was that?
He just dropped it, Coach. Plain and simple.
That was an abominable drop.
Abominable?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it means, but it just sounds bad.
Third and 9.
Third down.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
The defense sets up in the dime. Moves up in the pocket. Lets it fly. And they couldn't hook up on that one.
Hello, sweetheart. Now that's how to break up a pass. That one had completion written all over it. But the young man on defense delivered a good enough hit to knock the ball loose.
He sure did. There was no way he was going to let that receiver catch that one.
Fourth and 9.
The Wolfpack line up to punt. Barber is the deep man awaiting the return. He gets it away. Woods signals for a fair catch. And they get the safety. Now we see the offense come onto the field.
And you know who's trembling right now? That defensive secondary.
The secondary should be trembling after all the yards that they gave up that last time.
The offense will start
at the
at the
20-yard
20.
line. First and 10.
He drops back. Steps up in the pocket. Well, Coach's short pickup on that pass play.
It was, but you know what? As long as they've got those guys getting open underneath, it'll take a lot of pressure off those offensive linemen who are trying to hold their blocks.
It's 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
The Vandals come out of the ace formation. Brought down at the 27-yard line. Spicer gains about a yard on the play. It's 3rd and 3. Ball on the 27-yard line. The Vandals line up with a single set backfield. Gives it off. And down he goes at the 33-yard line.
That line came off the ball. It just kept their feet moving and knocked them back.
Good blocks and great running by the ball carrier also.
It's 1st and 10, all on the 33. The Vandals come out in the ace formation. Back to pass. Hobbs lets it go. This one is incomplete. He let that pass get away from him.
I think he's a little bit anxious. He actually looked a little bit too juiced that time, but he'll get the next one.
2nd and 10. Ball at the 33-yard line. Spicer lines up as a single back. Hobbs hands it off. He jukes. Good open field tackle. 4-yard gain by the back.
Gain of 4 on the play.
The offense faces another 3rd down as they line it up. Single set backfield. Hobbs fakes a handoff. Over the middle. Drew tackles him at the 48. What did you see there, guys?
The defense was in zone coverage. The offense did a good job of protecting the quarterback, and he threw a nice ball to get the 1st down.
And the receiver ran a nice route to get over between the zone coverage.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Ball right around midfield. He passes it. Got it to the senior. And they're building some great momentum on this drive, guys.
That's right, Brad. That was a crisp pass by the quarterback, and they're looking pretty good moving the ball right now.
From the 32-yard line. 1st down. Idaho comes to the line with 3 wide. Hobbs on play action. He throws it, and he's got him again. Great play to keep his feet in and get the 1st down.
It takes tremendous concentration and field awareness to make a play like that.
And the quarterback put it in a place where only his receiver could catch it. Nice throw.
And since we're in the red zone, let's have a look at the numbers. Brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. So their last red zone visit resulted in a touchdown. Let's see if the defense can hold them this time. Hobbs hands off to the left, and he's tackled at the 13-yard line. Spicer picks up about 4 yards on the play. They line up at the 13. It's 2nd and 6. Spicer is the single setback. He delivers, and it falls incomplete. He hung on to it, but he wasn't in play.
Hey, Kirk, how wide is the football field?
I think it's 53 yards, Coach.
Yep, 53 yards, my friend, and he couldn't drop it in there between the sidelines. Look at all that green.
Now it's 3rd and 6 coming up. Ball on the 13-yard line. Williams, the lone back. Look at the throw. He steps up, throws it out there. He's tackled at the 11. So it was only a short gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. It's fourth down. This kick will be about a 28 or 29-yarder. Idaho is hoping to make this a two-score game. The kick is up, and it's good. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary.
Thanks for watching this ESPN program. Due to time constraints, we move ahead in action following these messages. Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in this ESPN program.
Johnson brings him down for a loss. Loss of about 2. Second down,
12.
about 12 yards to
Ball
go.
on the 26-yard line.
North Carolina State comes out with an I formation. Henry gets the toss. Tackle at the 38. And the halfback ripped off a nice gain there to get him the first.
Hey, this kid's a good-looking back. Let's see if they go to him again.
From their own 38-yard line. It's first down. One-man backfield. Fakes to the back. Throws. Incomplete pass. Smith was the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up second down. Henry lines up in the deep back. I formation.
38-yard line.
Cole goes with the play fake. He lets it go. Nothing gained on the play.
Reception. No gain on the play.
They line up at the 38. Third down, 10 yards to go. Cole drops to throw. Going deep. To the 20. And it's caught. To the 10. He's all the way home. Touchdown. Terrific pass, and the wideout hauls it in for the touchdown.
Brad, the wide receiver's route was the key on that play.
You're right, Kirk. His route running really has improved, and the quarterback has been throwing his weight a lot more.
So the kicking team will line up for the point after. And he hits the PAT. And over 6 minutes still left in the first quarter with the score, Idaho 17, North Carolina State 7. Burnett is lined up to kick this one off. He sends it off. Williams takes it from the 6. At the 30. Can't wrap him up. He made a good cut upfield, got a few blocks, and they were able to come up with a decent return.
That looked like a breakdown in kickoff coverage. Instead of staying in their lanes, they all started sprinting to the football.
That's exactly what happened. You can't do that.
The offense will take over at the 41. Ace backfield. Hobbs will hand it off. And he's tackled at the 44-yard line. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run.
On the play.
Second down, 7 yards to go.
44-yard
Ball on their own 44. Spicer lines up as a single back. Hobbs hands off. Shakes off a tackle. He's tackled at the 48-yard line. And that was an excellent run there.
Yeah, Brad, but it was also great blocking up front by the offensive line to open up the hole.
First down, 10 to go. Ball right around midfield. Hobbs lines up in the shotgun. Hobbs hands off on the delay. Just nowhere for the ball carrier to go as the linebacker met him in the backfield.
Boy, what great play recognition by this linebacker. He saw the run was coming, and he just shot through the gap and made a great tackle.
North Carolina State has a defense that statistically is one of the best in the nation. Coach, I don't know about you, but I don't think these numbers lie.
No, they don't, Brad. These guys have been playing with competitive fire all season long. And I'll tell you, they look fired up to me today.
Third and down, 12 yards to go. Ball on the 50. Spicer alone in the backfield. Back to pass. Steps up. He throws left. And he pulls it down. Nice play call to get him the conversion.
When a team converts on third down, they can really frustrate a defense. When they convert it third and long, it just makes them sick.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 33-yard line. Idaho comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Play fake. Looks. Under pressure. And he tackles him hard at the 35. From the 35-yard line. Second down. They come out with three wide receivers. Spicer takes the give. And he's taken down at the 35-yard line. He got back to the line of scrimmage, but not much more.
On the play.
They'll line up at the 35. Third down. North Carolina State comes out defensively with 6 defensive backs. Hobbs back to pass. Hobbs gets sacked for the loss. The linebacker just shot in there and took down the quarterback.
He hardly had time to go through his progressions before the fifth-year senior was in his face.
Fourth and long.
And they're ready to punt this one away. Pruitt is back to receive. He gets it away, and it's a skyrocket. Calls for the fair catch. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Guys, their last possession, they really had good success passing the ball.
Hey, if you ask me, I'd air it out some more.
Lee, I agree. Make them show you that they can stop it before you change things up.
The North Carolina
First
State
down.
Wolfpack take over at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
5 DBs on the field. Cole drops back. Here comes the pressure. Cole is going to be sacked for a loss. It's second down.
Ball on the 13-yard line.
Cole with 3 wide receivers. Cole options out. James brings him down at the 18-yard line. A 5-yard gain.
5-yard gain on the play.
They line up at the 18.
Ball on
Third
the
down,
18-yard
12 yards to
line.
go. North Carolina State in a 4-wide set. Cole set to go to the air. Looks, somehow gets the ball away. Barber gets in the backfield for a loss. That's going to bring up 4th down.
That was a great 3 and out by the defense.
Fourth and long.
North Carolina State lining up to punt. Anderson will be the return man. Punts the ball away. Signals for a fair catch. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive.
At the 49-yard line. They'll
start this drive at
the
midfield.
49-yard line. First and 10.
Give to the tailback. He's tackled at the 48-yard line. Spicer gains around 3 yards on the run.
play.
It's second down.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
The Vandal set up in the gun. Throws back across field. The ball is tipped. Hampton was the intended receiver on that pass, so that'll make it third down. Third down and 7 to go.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
Single set backfield. He drops back. Ball is loose, fumble. And they fall on the loose ball. And that fumble recovery may give this defense the spark they needed.
You're right. This could be a huge swing in momentum.
This
drive will start
at the
at the
43-yard
43.
line. First and 10.
The Wolfpack line up with a single set backfield. Looking, catches it. Neal brings him down for a loss. They get a 1-yard loss on that one.
Second
down and 11 yards to the sticks.
44-yard line.
Ball on the 44-yard line. Up the middle. He jukes him. Johnson with a takedown at the 43-yard line. Pickup of a yard for the tailback. They line up at the 43.
Ball on the 43-yard
It's third down. North Carolina State comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Got him again. And down he goes at the 28-yard line.
Now that's what you have to do on 3rd and long.
Yep, they went right at him and hit him in the mouth. That's a great conversion to get the first down.
First and 10.
First down,
Ball
10
on
to
the
go.
28-yard
Ball on the
line.
28. Henry is the single setback. On the ground with the tailback. A great defensive effort there.
And let me tell you, the key to that play was right there in the defensive line. They tied this offensive line up and allowed their linebackers to come up and make a big play.
Lee, I agree with you. We always talk about the linebackers and safeties, but credit the big guys up front for that play.
Henry, the lone back, tosses left. Tackle at the 26. Henry gains about 4 yards on the play. That'll be the end of the first quarter with our score, Idaho 17, North Carolina State 7. The offense faces another third down as they line it up. They come out with 4 wide out. Drops back to pass. He lets it go. He breaks free. Excellent open field tackle. A decent gain on the pass.
Yo, Kirk, good job by the quarterback here reading this play.
Yeah, the defense came with a blitz, and you're right. Great job by this young quarterback of recognizing the coverage and spotting the open man.
First down, 10 yards to go. We'll see what they can do in the red zone. North Carolina State goes with the ace set here. Cole with the toss. Brought down at the 8-yard line. An 8-yard gain. Second and 2. And this is the 8th play of the drive. Henry alone in the backfield. Cole with a nice play fake. Johnson will make the sack.
Third
They've been
and
2 for 2
7.
on third
Ball
downs
on
in
the
this drive, and they'll
39-yard
try to
line.
convert again here. And you got to believe they're going to go to their impact receiver. It goes straight to the back. Touchdown pass. So he gets his team 6 points with his 10th touchdown run of the season.
The best players are the ones that make something happen all season long, not on just a game-to-game basis.
Yeah, this guy's been consistently good all year long, Coach.
Trying to get within a field goal. They'll try the point after. And he converts the extra point. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary.
North Carolina
ready to
State
kick.
is lined up for the kickoff.
He kicks off. Anderson takes it at the 4. Well, guys, their last drive ended on a fumbled ball. What do you think they can do to be more successful this time?
Well, for one, they can hold on to the football. Turnovers absolutely kill the team's momentum.
Yeah, I just think they have to be a little bit more careful with the ball.
Spicer is the single setback. Hobbs drops back to pass. Throws. He snags it. And the completion nets some very little yardage. Coach, what's up with that play?
I'll tell you, those defenders crashed in and got him in a hurry. No chance to get anything there.
From their own 27-yard
Ball
line.
on the 27-yard
Second down.
line.
Idaho comes to the line. Only one man in the backfield. He's taken down at the 28. The halfback picks up a yard.
1 yard gain on the play.
From their own 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard
It's third down.
line.
Idaho goes with the ace set here. Throws. And this one falls incomplete. Flags are down, and this one might be on the offense.
Holding on the offense. The penalty is declined. Fourth down.
Fourth and 6.
Here comes the punter
Ball on the
looking to boot this one
28-yard
away.
line.
He gets it away. Henry fields it at the 35. They did a great job on their last drive, moving the ball down the field for a touchdown. Let's see if they can duplicate that on this drive.
They'll
They'll
start
get the ball
drive
here at the
39-yard line. First and 10.
The Wolfpack go with the I formation. Cole hands it off. Llewellyn with the tackle at the 45. Henry gets 6 yards on the play. It's second and 4 to go.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
North Carolina State lines up in a shotgun set. Cole back to throw. He throws. Catches it. White brings him down for a loss. That's a 2-yard loss. From their own 43-yard line, it's third down. 2 tight ends here. Anderson with a takedown at the 43-yard line. Didn't have the ball long there.
Having ball control is important in football, and 3 and out is what you want to avoid for sure.
North Carolina State ready to put this one away. Anderson, the return man. Punts the ball away. Anderson fields it at the 19. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession. They'll set up shop at the 21. The Vandal come out showing 3 wide. He'll dump it short. Complete. Tackle made at the 25. So they execute and move a little closer to the sticks.
Yeah, completing those short passes is the key because it lulls the defense to sleep a little bit. Then you can launch one big one downfield for a big gain.
It's second down and 6 to go. Ball on their own 25. Idaho comes to the line with 3 wide. Spicer on the inside handoff. Tackle at the 26. That run didn't go far. They'll spot the ball a yard from the line of scrimmage. From their own 26-yard line. 3rd and 5 coming up. One man backfield. Hobbs back to pass. Hobbs gets sacked for the loss. That gives this defense 5 sacks on the day.
Fourth and 7.
They come out in a punt formation.
4-yard line.
Mosby is waiting for the snap. He punts it. Henry fields it at the 38. So he managed to get a few yards on the run back.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, Brad, with so much traffic in the middle there, it really makes it tough to break free.
The offense will start at the 42.
1st and 10.
North Carolina State sets up in the I. Bird gets the ball. What a collision.
Boy, that was a nice game. He got drilled.
Oh, I was surprised he hung on to the football. This kid is tough as nails.
Second down. The Wolfpack line up with 2 tight ends. Cole pitches it out. Break 1. He's tackled at the 47-yard line. Short gain there by the halfback for the first down. We've got a 1st and 10.
Ball on the
Ball right around
47-yard
midfield.
line.
Henry alone in the backfield. Henry gets another handoff. Neal brings him down at the 38-yard line.
Pretty nice run there by the halfback.
Yeah, he wasn't fazed at all by the blitz. He just found the hole and picked up some good yardage.
From the 38-yard line. It's second down and a yard to go. Cole comes to the line with 3 wide. Throws this one out to the right. The 10. Touchdown! They hooked up for the big play.
The coaches do a good job of getting this receiver the ball. They designed plays specifically for him, like the one we just saw.
And the end results are huge chunks of yardage and touchdown.
They line up for the extra point. And he adds the extra point. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. North Carolina State is ready to kick it away. Anderson and Williams back ready to return. Decent kick. Williams takes it at the 4. This defense did a good job on the last series. They forced the offense to go 3 plays and out.
And now they're looking to build off of that and shut them down again right here.
Let's take a look at the offensive production numbers, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Idaho goes with the ace set here. Pitch left. Willis with a takedown at the 28-yard line. That'll be a pickup of a yard.
1 yard gain on the play.
From their own 28-yard line.
Ball on the
2nd and 9.
line.
Single set backfield. Brooks with the tackle to the 30-yard line. Spicer comes away with 2 yards on the carry. They line up at the 30. It's 3rd down. The defense is in the nickel. He drops back. He unloads it. Someone got a hand on it. Nice play by the defense to bring up 4th down.
The defender made a solid effort to get to the ball there. Nice stop.
Fourth and 7.
Idaho ready to put this one away. Henry is back to receive. He gets it off. Henry fields it to 35. Not a whole lot of return.
Well, I look at it this way. He didn't fumble, and he didn't lose yardage. What more could you ask for?
They'll go to work at the 43.
At the 43-yard line. 1st and 10.
North Carolina State comes out with an I formation. Cole flips it out. Henry gets 3 yards on the carry, so that'll make it 2nd down. They line up at the 46.
Ball on the 46
It's 2nd down.
line.
North Carolina State sets up in the I. He chucks it downfield. And he got it! Touchdown, North Carolina State. And that's his 10th touchdown reception of the year.
I can see why this quarterback likes to get him the ball so much. He just makes plays.
And he hasn't just made plays today, but all season. His consistency is what makes him such a good player.
Here's the try for the extra point. And he converts the extra point. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. North Carolina State gets set to kick this one away. He sends it downfield. Williams from his own end zone. Juke move. The defense did a nice job of shutting down this offense the last time they had the ball.
The offense was not clicking at all. Let's see if they're back on the same page.
Here's the offensive production statistics, sponsored by Coca-Cola. One-man backfield. Hobbs steps back to pass. This one is incomplete. The quarterback saw the blitz and let it fly, but too high.
Oh, that rhymes.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Hobbs lines up with 3 receivers on his left. Gives it off. And they make the stop at the 31. Spicer gets 3 yards on the play.
Gain on the play.
Third down, 7 yards to go.
On the
31-yard line. These are the kind of situations where you look to the playmaker at receiver. He drops back. He steps up, comes across the middle. Intercepted by the linebacker. That interception will be credited to the linebacker.
Way to come down with that football. That was not an easy play to make.
Well, that's just great hands for a linebacker. He looks pretty good out there catching the football.
Good field position here. They'll start this drive inside their opponent's territory. He looks to throw on first down. And he throws right away. Incomplete.
He almost had him there, Coach.
Yeah? Well, guess what? It doesn't count if you almost threw a good pass. Almost doesn't count.
Sounds like a head coach talking.
Yeah.
They'll line up at the 35.
On the 35
So it's 2nd and 10. The Wolfpack come out in the ace formation. Henry takes the give. They'll get him for a loss.
42
Kurt,
with the
how
tackle.
about that defensive end getting in there on that play?
That is just a great play getting into the backfield. This guy is so quick that the ball carrier never had a chance.
They line up at the 36.
Ball on the
3rd and 11
36-yard
here.
line.
And they have 3 receivers bunched. He steps up. He passes it. The senior makes the catch. Cobb tackles him at the 22.
Good job of attacking the coverage to keep the drive alive.
That was a great looking pass to move the sticks on 3rd down.
First and 10. Ball at the
22-yard line.
5 DBs on the field. Pitch out. Makes a move. He's taken down at the 16. A nice 6-yard gain by the tailback there. And since we're in the red zone, let's have a look at the numbers. Brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. North Carolina State comes to the line, only 1 man in the backfield. Cole, little toss to the right. Barber with a takedown at the 9-yard line. They toss it out to the tailback, and he picks up the first down.
When you look at why a play like this is successful, you got to look at the guys up front. They did a heck of a job of blocking right there.
It's 1st and goal. They're in the red zone. North Carolina State lines up with 3 receivers. Back to pass. Moves up in the pocket. Throws this one out to the right. Touchdown, NC State. And he makes his 2nd visit to the end zone with that catch.
Well, that was a great catch by the receiver. He ran a perfect route to get open for his 2nd score of the game.
So they're ready for the extra point. He makes the PAT. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. They line up to kick this one away.
Up for the kickoff.
Kicks it off. Williams fields it at the 3. Defense won the last battle as they were able to pick the ball off. Who's going to win this time? Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coca-Cola. The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. He shoots. And he's tackled at the 22-yard line. The running back picks up a yard on the counter.
Gain on the play.
It's second and 9.
Ball on the 22-yard
Ball on
line.
the 22. Hobbs lines up in the shotgun. He steps up. Hobbs unloads. Fumble! Scoops up the loose ball. Looks like there's an injured player on the field.
Third
down.
and inches. Ball on the 31-yard line.
One man backfield. And they got to him before he could get back to the line. Loss of 2 by the halfback.
On the run. Loss of 2 on the play. Fourth and 2.
The Vandals
Ball
line
on
up
the
to punt.
29-yard line.
Mosby awaits the snap. He gets it away. Henry takes it at the 33. They moved the ball very effectively on their last drive, which ended with a touchdown. The defense has been talking it over on the sideline, trying to make some corrections. Let's see if they can stop them this time.
They'll take over at the 48-yard line. First and 10.
The Wolfpack line up with 3 wide. Trying to shoot, and he's hammered down. And it looks like there's an injury down there on the field.
I didn't see what happened on the play, but you can only hope that this guy's able to shake it off and get back into the game.
It's second and 7.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
North Carolina State comes to the line, only 1 man in the backfield. They go with a toss. He jukes. Cobb brings him down at the 44. This one might be coming back, folks. Let's check out the penalty.
Clipping on the offense. 15-yard penalty.
So clipping on the play will send the offense backward.
You're always taught that if you can see a player's name on his jersey, don't block it.
Hey,
Second and
apparently he
ball.
didn't see it. And another thing he might not see is more playing time.
They come out with 3 wide receivers. Cole back to pass. Cole throws. Way to look it in. He ran a good-looking route and picked up positive yardage.
That he did, and he made a good catch. That short passing game is where you see all those hours in the summer that you put in pay off.
Third
It's
and
third
12.
down.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
1 man backfield. There was some movement on the line.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
The penalty will force him into 3rd and long now.
Yes, sir. The coach is going to give him a little talking to when he gets off the field.
They line up at the 41. Here's a 3rd and long situation. Drops back to pass. Steps up, looking. He's looking down the middle. And that one's incomplete. So they go 3 and out after that incompletion.
Fourth and long.
They line up to punt this
Ball
one away.
on the 41-yard line.
Higgs is waiting for the snap. He gets it off. Anderson fields it to the 17. And he's level. What a hit. and he didn't get anything on that return.
Well, the coverage team did an outstanding job at containing here. You always see this with this team. They're very disciplined on special teams.
They'll go to work at the 18. The Vandals line up with a single set backfield. Spicer up the gut. Long with a takedown at the 19-yard line. And he gets a yard on the run.
On the play.
It's second down and 9 to go. Ball on the 19-yard line. Idaho goes with the ace set here. Spicer will run it again. They'll bring him down to the 20-yard line. Picked up a yard of anything on that run. It's third and 8. Ball on the 20-yard line. Hobbs with 3 wide receivers. He's looking deep down the left side. And that one's fallen incomplete. Bad pass. He missed a guy who was all alone.
Man, is that hurt. They drew up a great play, but failed to execute.
Fourth and 8.
The Vandals are lining up to punt it away. Henry back deep to return. Punts the ball away. Henry fields it at the 38. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. The offense will start at the 45-yard line. The Wolfpack go with the I formation. Cole drops back to pass. Stepping up with the throw. And it's caught. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 38. He goes over 3,000 yards passing on the year with that last play, Kirk.
You know, here's a guy that loves the game of football, and it shows. He's having a lot of fun out there, and it's translating into some pretty impressive numbers.
First and 10.
38-yard
Ball on the
line.
38. North Carolina State comes out with an I formation. Inside handoff. He's tackled at the 38-yard line. 0 yards on that play. So it's second and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line. Henry is the single setback. He keeps him. He's tackled in the open field. And the tailback picks up great yardage on the run.
How many times did we see him run that play in practice this week?
1,000 times. And it was just as successful then as it is right now.
We've got a first and 10.
Ball on the
25-yard line. Town, alone back, lets it fly. He snags it. He gets hit out of bounds at the 27. Loss of about 2. It's second down. North Carolina State goes with the ace set here. Henry gets another carry. Little shake and bake move. Barber with the tackle at the 19-yard line. The draw play to the running back gives him 8 or 9 yards. And since we're in the red zone, let's have a look at the numbers. Brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. He's looking to pass. Throws this one out to the left. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Well, it's only the first half, and already this receiver's got 3 touchdown catches.
And let me tell you something. This guy has all the makings of a star. Great hands and very athletic.
And don't forget, Coach, he also has speed. You can't coach speed.
And they line up for the point after. He splits the uprights with the extra point. So with just over a minute to go in the half, the score, North Carolina State 42, Idaho 17. North Carolina State ready to kick this one off. He sends it downfield. Williams from his own end zone. So the offense takes over, and the last time they had the ball, they had a tough time getting anything going. They'll start this drive at the 14-yard line. Idaho comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. And he's tackled at the 17. Spicer gets 3 yards on the play.
3-yard gain on the play.
It's second and 7.
Ball
on their own 17.
17.
The Vandals come out in a bunch formation. Spicer gets the carry. He's taken down at the 18. North Carolina State will have one timeout remaining. They line up at the 18. Third down, 6 to go. 5 DBs on the field. Brooks with a takedown at the 23-yard line. North Carolina State will call a timeout, and that was their third and final timeout. 4th and 1. Idaho ready to punt this one away. Henry, the return man. He gets it away. Henry fields it at the 41. Their last drive ended with a touchdown. See what happens on this possession. They'll go to work at the 46-yard line. North Carolina State goes with the ace set here. First down, look at the throw. He steps up, he's looking for his man. And he's tackled in the open field. They brought the house on that one.
And this kid shows a lot of poise and moxie in the pocket. He knew he was going to get hit, but he hung in there and delivered the ball with accuracy.
6 DBs in the lineup. Play fake. Cole gets taken down for the sack. And it's been total dominance here in the first half. Our score, North Carolina State 42, Idaho 17. We're ready to start the second half as the teams are lined up for the kickoff. He kicks it off. Campbell has it at the 5. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. They'll set up shop at the 24-yard line.
1st and 10.
The defense lines up with 6 DBs. Look at the throw. Steps up in the pocket. Catches it. Nothing gained on the play. from their own
10.
24-yard line. It's 2nd down and 10 to go. The Wolfpack come out in the ace formation. Breaks one. Look at the power. Brought down at the 29-yard line. Henry comes away with 5 yards on the carry. That'll bring up 3rd down. Third down.
5.
The Wolfpack line up with a single set backfield. Cole back to throw. Cole lets it fly. Complete. He lost the ball. Recovered by the defense. The defense recovered the ball. Kirk, do they still have a shot?
You know, I think you could pretty much call this one over.
The Idaho
They're on the
Bengals
right side
take
of the
over
50
at the
as they start
38-yard
this
line.
drive.
1st and 10.
Single set backfield. Hobbs back to pass. Incomplete pass. Well, the defender was all over him on that play. Here's the call by the referee.
Pass interference on the defense. Spot foul, 1st down.
Well, he got busted for getting to the receiver too soon.
He will get a flag thrown on him every time for a play like that.
First
They
and
line
10.
up at the 31. It's 1st down. Idaho comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. He looks to throw on 1st down. He throws it. He's got his tight end. Tackle at the 13. Nice job by the quarterback to hit the tight end for a decent gain.
Yeah, this guy's not going to burn too many guys deep, but he's definitely a good possession guy who you can rely on.
And we take a quick look at the stats from within the red zone, brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. Ace backfield. He'll give it off here. He's hit and got away. No gain.
27 on the carry. No gain on the play.
Second and 10. Ball on the 13.
13-yard line.
The Vandal are lining up with 3 receivers. Hobbs drops back, surveys the field. He gets rid of it.
They almost got to him that time.
Even though they didn't sack him, the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
Third
From the
and 10.
13-yard line.
Ball on the 13-yard
It's 3rd down.
line.
The Vandal line up with 3 wide. Looks, lets it go. And he brings it down. He's taken down at the 5. They just couldn't get to the quarterback in time.
That's one of the things that can happen if a defense brings extra guys to rush the quarterback. The offense will have favorable matchups to get the ball downfield.
And this kid is talented enough to see those receivers. It's not easy to get the ball past those big bulldozers when they're flying right at you.
He gets it up, and he's got it. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Idaho
is
to kick
lined
this
up
one
with the
off.
kickoff.
He kicks it. Campbell from his own end zone. Tries to juke. The last time they had the ball, they gave it away on the fumble.
The old ball coach was not too happy about that either. I'd hate to see that if it happens again.
Here's the offensive production statistics, sponsored by Coca-Cola. The Vandals line up in a 3-4. Cole goes with the play fake. It's complete. He's pushed out of bounds at the 24-yard line. About 3 yards on the play fake. Second down.
Ball on the
Henry
24-yard
is the single
line.
setback. Henry, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 28. There's a flag down, and it looks like this one's coming back.
Clipping on the offense. After this is to the goal.
So they'll move back after that costly penalty, and they'll have to try to get that yardage back here. They line up at the 14. It's second down. Henry, the lone back. Drops back to pass. He throws it. That's incomplete. Campbell was the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up third down. From their own 14-yard line. It's third down and a long way to go. North Carolina State in a 4-wide set. Cole drops to throw. He's looking. Throws it to the outside. Complete at the 40. And he's all the way down to the 46. What an amazing catch. First down.
Boy, Brad, you said it. That is a big-time play there. Spectacular catch and great body control there on the long pass reception.
First and 10.
We've got a first and 10.
46-yard line.
North Carolina State goes with the ace set here. Cole drops back. He passes it, and he's got him on the run. That one worked pretty well.
Hey, it's a good job here by the wide receiver to get open. He created good separation from the defense.
First and
From
10.
the 41-yard line.
Ball on the 41-yard
It's first down.
line.
The Wolfpack come out in the ace formation. They go with the run. Missed tackle. They'll bring him down at the 39. A 2-yard run by the halfback. It's second down and 8. Ball on the 39.
On the 39-yard line.
The defense sets up in the nickel. Cole pitches out to the right. Bounces off a would-be tackler. Tackle made at the 30-yard line. And that's their third first down of the drive.
Great blocking and great running equals a very successful offense.
And they've looked really good on this drive, Coach. The defense needs to figure out a way to stop them, or else they're going to have no problem putting points on the board.
First and 10.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 30. Cole to the air on first down. He throws. And they make the stop at the 14. After that catch, he's just gone over 200 yards receiving, guys.
If I was coaching, I'd throw the ball to the kid every other play. You got to keep the ball in this guy's hands.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice red zone, when performance matters most. Henry lines up in a deep back, I formation. The counter sheds one tackler. He's taken down at the 4-yard line. A 10-yard gain. From the 4-yard line. Second and inches. Let's see if they can get it in for the touchdown. Jones brings him down for a loss. The D lineman wasn't letting anyone by him that time.
And the big fella did a heck of a job plugging up the hole where that play was supposed to go.
That guy's so big, Kirk, he doesn't plug up holes. He plugs up the whole line down there.
So another third down upcoming for the offense. They've got all the big boys in for this one. Run right side. James tackles him at the 3-yard line. They're really putting a nice drive together right now.
And it seems right now this defense is having a hard time guessing what the offense is up to.
Well, if they don't guess right pretty soon, they're never going to stop these
First
guys.
and goal.
It's first and goal.
3-yard line.
They're threatening inside the 20. Let's see if they can punch this one in. Toss. He's in. Another touchdown. Don't get too excited at home, folks, because I think this one might be coming back. Here it is.
Offsides on the defense. The penalty is declined.
They managed to find the end zone on the ground.
Nice job by the offense, wasn't it, Kurt?
Well, Coach, just like you always say, keep it simple when you're down inside the 5-yard line. Good job to finish off the drive.
So the kicker's on the field to attempt the extra point. And he hits the PAT. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. North Carolina State is ready to kick it away. He sends this one deep. Anderson from his own end zone. The offense goes back out onto the field after picking up a field goal on their last drive. Here are the offensive production stats, brought to you today by Coca-Cola. Hobbs steps back to pass. He guns it, and they couldn't hook up on that one.
Kurt,
Yeah, Coach.
did you see that drop pass?
Yeah, but it's safe to say that he heard footsteps, don't you think? I mean, the defender almost got there at the same time as the football.
All right. Well, the correct answer is yes, he did drop the football. Come on,
Second and
sweetheart.
10.
The quarterback is trying to get you the ball. You got to make those kind of plays out there.
Idaho lines up with 3 receivers. Hobbs passes, and it falls incomplete. Claret was the intended target, so that'll make it 3rd down. Third down, 10 yards to go.
Ball on the
15-yard
15.
line. Hobbs has trips to his left. The defense jumped, but I think a lineman moved first.
Offsides on the defense. Still third
The
down.
defense lends them a hand with that penalty.
Gosh, giving up penalty yards is so frustrating, isn't it?
3rd and 5. Ball on the 20. Drops back to pass. Throws it out there. His receiver has it. Tackle at the 28-yard line. Nice little pitch and catch with a wideout.
Quarterback and receivers spend a lot of time together. The coaches say they stay after practice just working on their timing, and right there it paid off.
1st and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line. Hobbs comes to the line with 3 wide. Setting up play action. They'll sack him at the 21. There's an injured player on the field.
Whew, this would be a huge loss for this team. Let's hope this guy can get back into the game.
It's 2nd down and a long ways to go.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
Nance with 4 wide receivers. Nance steps back to pass. Stepping up. That's a great tackle at the 16-yard line. This defense faces another
Ball
3rd
on the
down.
16-yard line.
North Carolina State lines up in a dime defense here. Nance drops back, looks, feeling the pressure. That's a backward pass. It's a live ball. Pruitt falls on the fumble. Defense comes away with a fumble recovery.
Well, nothing's going their way today. The offense has been horrible. So is the defense. Even their special teams is struggling.
This is a great place to start the drive on the opponent's side of the 50.
1st and goal.
it off straight ahead. Guerrero brings him down at the 3. He gains a couple of yards on the carry. The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice red zone, when performance matters most. Cole, hands off to the left. A little juke. Brought down at the 1-yard line. Henry gains about 2 yards on the run. They line up a few feet from the goal line. It's 3rd and goal. High formation, looking to punch it in here.
And plenty of options on this play, you guys.
The running back now has 3 rushing touchdowns in this ball game.
You know what they say, don't you? 3 times is a charm.
Well, I don't know about that, Coach, but this guy is having a great day running the football.
They'll line up for the point after. He makes the PAT. So with better than 8 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter, our score, North Carolina State 56, Idaho 20. Burnett was ready to kick this one off. Kicks off. Williams fields it in the end zone. So the offense comes out after their last drive, had the ball end up in the defense's hands by way of a fumble. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Start the drive at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
Spicer is the single setback. Nance hands off. They'll bring him down at the 22. The running back gets 2 on the carry.
2 on the play.
From their own 22-yard line.
On the 22-yard
Second down. North Carolina State comes out defensively with 6 defensive backs. Nance back to throw. He's rolling right. He's drilled as he throws.
That's just a great defensive play.
It won't look like much in the stat book, but that's getting the job done.
That'll bring up 3rd down. Third and 8. Ball on the 22-yard line. 3 wideouts here. He drops back. He gets rid of it, and it's the senior. And that's 3 and out.
And if you're the defensive coordinator, you deserve a pat on the back.
Fourth and 12.
Here comes the punter looking to boot this one away. Henry is back deep to return the punt. Punts the ball away. Henry takes it at the 43. They did a great job on their last drive, moving the ball down the field for a touchdown. Let's see if they can duplicate that on this drive. They'll start this drive at midfield. The Wolfpack line up with a single set backfield. Cole hands it off. Neal with a takedown at the 48. Counter play is good for about a yard. We've got 2nd and 9 here. Ball on the 48. Henry lines up as a single back. Llewellyn tackles him at the 49. Pickup of a yard for the tailback.
Third
from
and
their
8.
own 49-yard line. Third down. Cole back to throw. Looking, steps up, hit as he throws. Incomplete. Incomplete after the defense got in his face and punished him as he released the football.
The offensive line is just opening the floodgates on him.
Fourth and 8.
The Wolfpack line up the punt.
49-yard line.
Higgs is waiting for the snap. Higgs punted and he didn't kick that ball well at all. Calls for the fair catch. Not a whole lot of success their last time out.
Not at all. This offense has to do a better job of staying on the field and giving their defense a chance to catch their breath.
The offense will start at the 21-yard line. The Vandals come out in a bunch formation. Nance drops back to pass. Nance gets taken down for the sack. Second down, and they got 15 for the first down. Spicer, the lone back. Looking to throw. Throws. He dives, and he got it. Not a bad pickup that time.
Yeah, but let me tell you the reason why this play worked. The defense came with pressure, but they couldn't quite get to the quarterback, and he made them pay right there.
They line up at the 28. Third and 3.
28-yard line.
Going with the shotgun here. Here they come. He's wrapped up for the sack. The defense brought the heat that time, guys.
Yeah, the linebacker just fired through and got to him on that play. No chance for the quarterback.
Fourth and 8.
The Vandals line up to punt. Mosby awaits the snap. He punts it. Henry fields it at the 41. To the 20. To the 10. Touchdown, Pack. Where was the coverage on that play?
Well, credit to blocking here. They created a big enough lane for him to run through, and as they say, the rest is history.
They'll line up for the extra point here. And he converts the extra point. So with under 5 minutes left in the third quarter, our score, North Carolina State 63, Idaho 20. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Nice kick, plenty of distance. Anderson fields it in the end zone.
You guys remember what this offense did the last time they had the ball?
Did they have the ball before?
Exactly. It was 3 and out so fast they had to ask for slow-mo replay to recap it.
Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coke. The Vandals come out in the ace formation. He jukes him. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. Spicer gets 6 yards on the play, so that'll make it second down. Second down, 4 yards to go.
On the 26-yard line.
The Vandals line up with 3 wide. Nance drops back, wants to throw outside. It's deflected, and this one falls incomplete. Nice job getting a hand on that one.
Yeah, really good heads-up play there to get a hand on the football by the defense.
That'll bring up third down.
Third
down and 4 coming up on this one.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
This is when their star receiver can make plays. Nance goes down with a sack. I don't think the quarterback ever saw him.
Heck, I didn't even see him. He was in there before anybody could say, "Look out!"
Fourth and 10.
It's fourth down, and the
Ball
punt
on the
team lines
20-yard
up.
line.
Henry is the deep man awaiting the return. Punts the ball away. Henry fields it at the 40. Well, the offense couldn't get anything going on their last drive. Let's see if they can do a little bit better here. They'll get the ball here at the 44-yard
line. First and 10.
North Carolina State comes to the line with 3 wide. Here's the halfback. And they make the stop at the 44-yard line. No gain. They line up at the 44. It's second and 10. The Wolfpack line up with a single set backfield. Hands it to the back. Juke move. Dargan with the tackle at the 50. Henry gets 6 yards on the play. That'll make it third down. Third down and 4 coming up on this one. Ball on the 50-yard line. Henry is the single setback. Someone got a hand on it. That was a dangerous throw.
Oh, not a very good decision. He's got to either throw this one away or take a sack. You don't want to go back to the sideline and have a discussion with the old ball coach if that had been an interception.
Fourth and 4.
So they're set to punt this one
Ball on
away.
the 50-yard
Diggs
line.
is waiting for the snap. He punts it away. It's a high kick. Woods calls for the fair catch.
Yo, the defense really stepped up to force that 3 and out on the last drive.
Yeah, the offense wasn't clicking on their last possession. We'll see if they have things figured out on this next drive.
First and 10. Spicer alone in the backfield. Nance set to go to the air. He's looking. He delivers. Complete to the true freshman. The 50. At the 40, at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Idaho! The throw to the wide receiver goes for a touchdown.
That kid looks like a natural receiver out there.
Well, you could say he's from a good pedigree when it comes to football. I think his father's taught him very well.
They'll line up for the extra point here. And he adds the extra point. So under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. And the score, North Carolina State 63, Idaho 27. Idaho gets set to kick this one away. Henry and Campbell back to return. He kicks it off. Henry fields it at the 1. Juke move at the 40. Good solid return that time.
You're right. And what allowed him to come up with a nice return were some key blocks up front.
Yep, and a few more of those key blocks and it would have been really big.
Here's a look at the offensive production statistics brought to you by Coca-Cola. The Wolfpack go with the I formation. Cole flips it right. Ernst gets in the backfield for a loss. They were trying to stretch it to the sidelines, but the defense was just too quick.
Those guys were in the backfield so fast, I thought they were going to pick it off.
Second down and 14. Ball on the 43-yard line. Henry is the deep back as they line up in the I. They keep it on the ground with the tailbacks. Woods with a takedown at the 48. A 5-yard pickup for the tailback. It's third down.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
Henry alone in the backfield. Cole steps back to pass. Throws this one out to the left. Campbell was the intended target on the play. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Fourth and 9.
The Wolfpack are lining up to punt it away. Anderson back deep to return. He punts this one high in the air. Signals for a fair catch.
What to look for on this drive is to see how often the defense changes up its coverages. They didn't defend the pass very well that last drive, so it's going to be interesting to see if they play them differently here.
They'll set up shop at the 20.
The Idaho Vandals take over at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
They come out in a nickel. They hand it off. He's taken down at the 21.
On the
Pickup of a yard for the tailback.
Gain on the play.
Second down and 9 to go.
Ball on
their own 21.
21.
The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. He's looking for his man. Loses the football. It's picked up by the defense. Not much hope now. That fumble was not what they needed.
They're already losing big. Let's just hope they don't throw the towel in altogether.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 26.
At the 26-yard line. First and 10.
Henry, the lone back. They keep it on the ground on the tailback. And down he goes at the 25. And it looks like there's an injury down there on the field.
It looked like he took a pretty good shot on that play. I think he'll be up and running again in no time.
It's second and 9.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
The Wolfpack line up with 4 wideouts. He drops back. Cole unloads. Has it to the senior. And with that catch, he goes over 100 yards.
Well, this wide receiver is definitely having a solid game. He's getting his yards, but more importantly, he's moving the chains for first down.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. Their last red zone trip resulted in a touchdown. I don't expect this one to be any different. Nice time to use the fullback there.
I've always liked when teams mix it up and give the fullback the ball in goal line situations. If the big bruiser can't get you a couple of yards, you don't deserve to get in.
They'll line it up for the extra point. He splits the uprights with the extra point. Less than a minute remains in the third quarter with the score, North Carolina State 70, Idaho 27. North Carolina State is ready to kick it away. Anderson and Williams deep to return. And it's off. Williams has it at the 5. We might see two hands on the ball after their last run.
Even if you start thinking too much about fumbling, you become less effective as a runner. They just need to go out there and play their game.
The Idaho
First and 10.
Vandals take over at the 23-yard line. First and 10.
He's looking to pass. Lets it go. And it's intercepted. Brought down at the 21. And the defense gets their second of the game.
Before the game, guys, the coach told me it was very important that his team win the turnover battle. This interception certainly helped.
Well, it doesn't matter how many yards you gain or passes you complete. If you turn the ball over a lot, then you're usually going to lose the game.
The
They'll
North
go to
Carolina
work
State
at the
Wolfpack
21-yard
take over
line.
at the 21-yard line. First and 10.
Cole back to throw. Lets it fly. Caught. Nothing going on that play.
Well, here I think the quarterback needs to be a little bit more patient in the pocket. That way he can allow his receivers to get downfield a little bit before he throws it.
And we take a quick look at the stats from within the red zone, brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. The Wolfpack come out in the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws. And there's a fumble. Defense says they've got it, and they do. Well, it looks like they have another chance now with that fumble recovery.
I don't know how much of a chance that is. They're getting blown out.
We'll see. I've seen stranger things happen in a football game.
The Idaho
offense will
Vandals
start
take
at the
over
25.
at the 25-yard line. First and 10.
Idaho lines up with three receivers. Nance with the give. Cribbs with the tackle at the 26-yard line.
1 yard
Pickup of a
gain
yard
on
for
the
the
play.
tailback. We've got second and 9 here.
Ball on the
26.
26-yard line.
As we go to the final quarter of play, this one is almost wrapped up. Our score here, North Carolina State 70, Idaho 27.
Second
It's
and
second
9.
down.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
Idaho comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Complete, and he's level at the 31. How about that play?
That's a good pickup there. He just dropped back and delivered a nice throw.
Third down, 4 yards to go.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
Nance back to pass. Lets it fly. Into coverage, and the defense has it. And they come up with another turnover.
Yeah, the defense is playing very opportunistic out there today. That was their third interception of the game.
We've got a first and 10.
At the
Ball
33-yard
on the 33.
line. First
Looks
and
like
10.
they've taken out their quarterback, and they're giving this young man some mop-up duty. Feeds it to the back. The 10. There's another. Well, at this point, these guys are just out there padding stats and running up the score.
Sometimes you play in a game and you can't do anything wrong. You find yourself in a rhythm or a zone. This whole team seems like they've been in a rhythm since we kicked this game off.
They line up for the extra point. And he converts the extra point. More than 14 minutes to go in the ball game, and the score, North Carolina State 77, Idaho 27. They line up to kick this one away.
Up for the kickoff.
Decent kick. Williams fields it in the end zone.
You know who's trembling right now?
Well, it's not the defense. They played well all game.
Let's take a look at the offensive production numbers brought to you by Coke. Idaho goes with the ace set here. Across the middle, the ball is tipped. Flags are down, and this one might be on the offense.
Holding on the offense. Half the distance from the spot of the foul. Still first down.
It's first and a mile. Nance lines up in the shotgun. Nance drops back to pass. He passes it. Gets past the tackler. Low brings him down at the 18. What a play.
A solid job there by the quarterback, recognizing the defensive coverage and delivering the ball to the open receiver.
Second and 9 coming up here. Ball on the 18-yard line. One man backfield. And he couldn't go anywhere on that run.
Nah, he couldn't go anywhere because there was no place for him to run. The defensive front got a good push and knocked that offensive line backwards.
Third down, 9 to go. Ball on their own 18. Nance with 4 wide receivers. Nance set to go to the air. Throws a bullet. And that's a big stop for this defense.
Not so fast, Brad. This offense is losing. They may try to go for it here.
Fourth and 9.
The Vandals line up to punt. Smith is back to receive. He gets it off. Smith fields it at the 40. So he got a little on that return.
Well, Brad, early it looked like there was an opening there, but the seam closed quickly.
Kirk, you never listen to me. I've been telling you about that awesome team speed all day long. Aren't you going to listen to me?
They'll take over at the 45-yard line.
First and 10.
The Wolfpacks come out in the ace formation. Gives it off. Good open field tackle. Towns gets 3 yards on the carry, so that'll make it second down. Second down and 7.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
A little juke. And he's taken down at the 43.
And remember one thing that this coach said. They will force it down this defense's throat until they prove that they can stop it.
First
They
and
line
10.
up at the 43.
Ball on the 43-yard
First down.
line.
Pitch out. And down he goes at the 33. Someone down there just a little bit slow to get up.
It doesn't look like it's too bad, but the trainers are going to take a look anyway.
From the 33-yard line.
Ball on the
Second and less than a
33-yard
yard.
line.
North Carolina State comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Towns gets it on the inside. A good carry for the first down.
You guys know I like running plays with the lead blocker. But if they can run consistently like they are right now, it doesn't matter how they're blocking it. As long as they block, they're going to make yards.
As long as it's within the rules of the game,
First
right,
and
Lee?
10. Ball
First and 10.
on the
Ball on the
29-yard
29-yard line. They'll line it up with 4 wide receivers. now gets the ball away.
That sailed over the receiver's head.
Yeah, this receiver is fast, but not that fast.
From the 29-yard line.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
Second down, 10 yards to go. They go with a run. Neal brings him down for a loss. Nowhere to go for the halfback. That's a loss of 1. From the 30-yard line. Here's 3rd and 11. 5 DBs on the field. He drops back. He passes it. It's tipped.
He wasn't letting the receiver get to that one.
That's a big play on 3rd down to get a hand in there and break up the pass.
I think the quarterback would like to have that one back.
It's 4th down. This will be a 47-yard field goal attempt. This will just add insult to injury. It's up. And it splits the uprights.
He had no problem splitting the uprights with that one, Kirk.
Yeah, that one looked like cake for this kid. Chalked up 3 points for the offense.
North Carolina State ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. Williams fields it in the end zone.
They've been getting walloped all day, but at least they're still working hard. I like a team that never quits.
They'll
set up shop at the
20-yard line. 1st and 10.
Spicer lines up as a single back. There was some movement on the line.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still
He got
first
confused
down.
on the snap count.
Yeah, but that's just lack of concentration.
From their own 15-yard line.
Ball on the 15-yard
It's 1st down.
line.
Nance will hand it off. He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
The ball
2-yard
carrier.
pickup.
Gain of 2 on the play.
So it's 2nd and 13.
Ball on the 17-yard line.
Nance comes to the line with 3 wide. Drops back to pass. Wants to throw outside. Has some daylight. Tackle made at the 30. The defense looked a little lost on that one, Kirk.
Yeah, they did, Brad. Nice recognition here by the quarterback to see that confusion and then take advantage of it.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on their own 30.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Nance with 3 wide receivers. He breaks it. Brought down at the 31.
Number 27
Maybe a yard on that draw play.
1-yard gain on the play.
Second down.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
Idaho goes with the ace set here. It's deflected. And down he goes at the 34-yard line. That's a 3-yard pickup.
Third
down.
and 6. Ball on the 34-yard line.
The Vandals are lining up with 3 receivers. He drops back, surveys the field, darts it to the left. And that one's incomplete.
Fourth and 6.
The Vandals
Ball
line
on
up
the
to punt.
34-yard line.
Mosby awaits the snap. He gets it away. Smith fields it at the 26. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive.
They'll take over
this drive
at the 28-yard line. First and 10.
Idaho going with a three-man front. Elliott takes it up the middle. And they make the stop at the 28. Couldn't get anything out of that. It's second down and 10 to go. Three-man front defensively. He looks, throws it, incomplete pass. And there's a penalty on the play. Let's see who it's on.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still
Good call.
Yeah, he practically brought him to the ground there.
Second and long. Ball on the 18-yard line. And they have three receivers bunched. Ingram back to pass. Steps up. Throwing left. The ball is tipped. Sampson was the intended receiver on that pass. That'll bring up third down. Third and long. Ball on their own 18.
18-yard line.
The Vandals line up in a nickel back. Ingram drops back. Looks. He steps up. Looking long down the left side. They can't connect. Incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down.
Fourth down, and let me say one thing. This defense was up to the task that time in shutting down the pass play.
Yeah, they shut it down and they got the 3 and out they were looking for.
Ball on the 18-yard
North Carolina
line.
State lining up the punt. Diggs is waiting for the snap. Punts the ball away. Anderson fields it at the 39. I don't know if you guys saw this, but the coach gave his offense quite a speech before he sent them out.
And let's not forget, they had some things clicking the last time out. He's probably just reminding them to finish the job this time.
They'll take over at the 44-yard line. First and 10.
Spicer, the lone back. Nance, back to throw. Looks, he rolls out to the left. Harris makes the sack. Maybe if they could have run the ball with a little more success, they'd be winning this game.
If you have a one-dimensional offense and that one dimension hasn't got you the lead, you probably need to try something new.
Nickel defense, looking to throw. Looking. He's under some heat. They brought him down for the sack at the 36-yard line. They line up at the 36.
Ball on
Third
the
down and what they
36-yard line.
didn't want to get in. Looks to pass. Stepping up. Nance lets it go. And they tackle him at the 38. A huge gain by the tailback.
I'll tell you what, we've talked about this all year long. Teams running this West Coast type of offense, they spread the ball around to the tight ends and the backs. Here's an example of how it's so hard to defend a team that likes to distribute the football.
I agree with you 100%. You can't really key on any one guy.
It's first and 10.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Idaho comes to the one man in the backfield. Throws it out there. Incomplete pass.
That's what a good pass rush can do for you.
Yep, they got in the quarterback's face and made it tough on him to throw a good pass.
It's second down.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Idaho goes with the ace set here. Under heavy pressure. And he can't get away from the pressure. So another third down upcoming for the offense. North Carolina State lines up in a dime defense here. He's looking to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He's looking. The cavalry's coming. Tackle made at the 44. So he keeps it and picks up maybe a yard on the play.
Fourth and long.
And they're ready to punt this one away. Wade back deep to return. He gets it away. Calls for the fair catch. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession.
The North Carolina State Wolfpack take over at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
The Wolfpack line up with a single set backfield. Makes a move. Tackle at the 30-yard line. What a run.
Here they give it to the tailback and a little misdirection play, and you can see the athleticism and the ability to make guys miss. Nice play.
First
They line up at the 30.
Ball on the
First down.
line.
Towns lines up as a single back. Again with a carry. He's tackled at the 37. Towns gets 7 yards on the play. That'll make it second down. Second and 3. Ball on their own 37. One-man backfield. Tackles him for a loss on the play. And the blitz might have caused that one.
The defense took a chance here. They overloaded that side of the ball, and the tailback had nowhere to go.
Here's third down. 4 yards to go. Ball on the 36-yard line. Idaho lines up defensively in a 3-4. Ingram with the toss. Cobb with a takedown at the 38-yard line. Towns comes away with 2 yards on the carry.
Fourth and 2.
North Carolina State lining up the punt. Diggs awaits the snap. He gets it away. Anderson fields it at the 24. The ball came free. This drive will start at the 36.
First and 10.
Spicer is the single setback. Nance hands it off. The halfback couldn't get any running room.
That was because the defense had called a blitz just at the right time. He went right through the offensive line and nailed him for a loss.
They line up at the 36. Second down, 10 yards to go. Nance comes to the line with 3 wide. Back to pass. Rolls to the left. Looks. He's in trouble. They bring him down.
Number 96 makes the sack. No gain on the play.
Third and 10. All on their own 36.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
The Vandals come out in the ace formation. Drops back to pass. Looks. Here they come. He got hit hard. There's a flag on the play.
Holding on the offense. The penalty is declined. 4th down.
Fourth and 15.
The Vandals
Ball
are lining up the punt it away.
31-yard line.
Smith is back deep to return the punt. Punts the ball away. Smith fields at the 29. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports.
They'll
First and
start
10.
the drive at the 34-yard line. First and 10.
Idaho comes out in a 3-4. Here's a handoff left side. And he's taken down at the 36-yard line. Towns gains about 2 yards on the run. That'll bring up second down. Second and 8. Ball on the 36-yard line. One-man backfield. Ingram drops back to pass. And he can't hang on to it. Howell was the intended receiver on the play, so that'll make it third down. They line up at the 36.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Ingram with 3 wide receivers. Ingram drops to throw. Steps up. He lets it go. He's taken down at the 37-yard line. That play was designed to pick up a first down, but they didn't do it.
It looks like the receiver just lost track of where he was on the field.
Fourth and 7.
Looks like they're going to punt it away here.
37-yard line.
Anderson is back to receive. He gets it off. Anderson fields it at the 18. Not a very good series for this offense on their last drive as they were forced into a 3 and out.
Boy, oh boy, they had nothing going last time.
Yeah, maybe, Scooter, you need to get out there and show them what you're made out of.
Somebody get me a helmet quickly.
They'll
First
take
and 10
over at the
Ball on the
21-yard
21.
line. First and 10.
Nance has 4 receivers lined up here. Gives it off. And he just got drilled.
27.
This
on the
defensive
run.
end just showed us why he's much more than just a pass rusher.
Yep, I love this kid. He's a great run stopper as well as a great pass rusher. He's the real deal, Kirk. He can do it all.
From their own 19-yard line. It's second down. They come out in an empty backfield. Looks to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He's under pressure. Nance is sacked. Third down, and what they didn't want to get in. Ball on their own 11. The Wolfpack lineup with 6 defensive backs. Nance drops back. He looks. Pressure coming. Nance goes down with a sack. The tackle got embarrassed that time, allowing the end to come free for the sack.
That's what you call a lookout block. The tackle gets beat and yells, "Look out!" Trust me, it's not what you want to hear as a quarterback.
4th and long.
Idaho
Ball
ready to
on the
punch this one
2-yard
away.
line.
Williamson, the return man. He gets it away, and this is a really nice punt. Williamson fields it at the 48. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. Here's the offensive production statistics, sponsored by Coca-Cola. The Wolfpack line up in an I formation. Towns gets it on the counter. Holland with the tackle at the 38-yard line. Towns gains around 3 yards on the run. From the 38-yard line. 2nd down and 7. The Wolfpack come to the line with their jumbo package. Ingram will hand it off. And down he goes at the 29. How about the job of this offensive line, guys?
Boy, the hog mollies up front are demoralizing the defense. It's tough when you're tired. You're losing. You're being dominated physically. I don't know how long they can keep this up.
The fine folks from EA Sports would like to tip their hats to these kids on being named Coke Players of the Game. 3-man front defensively. Again, he'll get the call. Manigat with a takedown at the 24-yard line. A 5-yard gain. From the 24-yard line. It's 2nd and 5 here. They're lining up in the 5-2. He'll get the call again. Tries to juke. Stover tackles him at the 19-yard line. And that's the end of the game. Coach, what's your final thought on the game?
I can't say enough about this performance. North Carolina State looked like a team on a mission to destroy anything and everything that got in their way. Brad, this is a really good football team.
Thanks for joining us for another presentation of NCAA Football 2007. And our final score in this one, North Carolina State 80, Idaho 27. A special thanks goes out to everyone at EA Sports. It's been a pleasure bringing you this game.